Today we're going to discuss a sutta called Accharā Sutta. Accharā is the term that is given to female deities. In other words, we call nymph in English. Now, but the most important thing is not just about the nymph, it's about something else. So I would call it as an analogy between the Dhamma and a chariot, and how it leads to the Nibba. Nibba is our goal, right? Let me read the Pali one and then the English translations, and then we go into the discussion. The sutta on the female deities, nymphs. So a deity asks a question. Accharā gana sanghuttam pisacha gana sevitam vanantang mohanang nama katang yatra bhavisati. In English, we could translate this: resounding with a host of nymphs or female deities, as well as haunted by a host of demons. This grove or the forest is to be called deluding. How does one escape from it? So one deity asks a question that this particular grove or the forest is infested with female deities as well as demons, and the word that is used is pisacha in Pali. So pisacha literally means kind of a demon. We call them flesh-eating demons. Don't worry about it. They are called flesh-eating demons, and there's a big history about pisachas. There are different types of demons in the Buddhist, but in the books what we can say is they are mythical, but I don't know, but textually speaking they exist, and in the descriptions it says that their bodies, something about their bodies, they have bulging veins, so their veins are very bulging, and protruding red eyes. So that's the nature of, that's the physical nature of the flesh-eating demons. So they are the demons who are in the forest as well as female deities. So now, because of this particular deity who is talking to the Buddha says this grove, this kind of forest is deluding. It's like, misleading, because it's a place of delusion, because on one side deities, on one side demons. And resounding, that means it is very noisy with their sounds from the both sides. So how can one escape from this resounding place where there are female deities and demons? Okay, so this is what Buddha said. The straight way. Now this is where we have to be careful. Buddha talks about a chariot, a vehicle from which you can escape this particular grove or the forest. We have to take the philosophical meaning as well as the literal meaning. The straight way, that path is called. So the path, if you have a vehicle, the path of that vehicle should be a straight way. It's not a topsy-turvy zigzag road. It's a straight way. And fearless is its destination. Now you have the path which is straight, and the destination of the path is being fearless, and you won't be scared, because now you are scared inside the forest, this particular grove, but the destination is fearless. The chariot is called unrattling. Now the vehicle is unrattling. Usually the vehicles are rattling, right? Even the modern new vehicles also, they have a sound because of the different issues. That's the nature of a normal vehicle, but this vehicle is unrattling. There's no technical sound that way. That means it is so calm. This vehicle is very calm. Fitted with wheels of wholesome states. or the wheels represent not the normal wheels they possess of the wheels of wholesome states. In a normal Pali we know Dhamma Chakra. Dhamma Chakra is a very famous. Dhamma is Dhamma, Chakra is the wheel. So this Dhamma Chakra means when Buddha attained the Buddhahood, he gave a first Dhamma talk. We call it Dhamma Chakkappavatana Sutra, setting Dhamma in motion, setting Dhamma wheel in motion. So it's like the technical meaning is that it is it was set, but it has to be set in motion. It has to go from one place to the other place, far and wide. Thereby a lot of people understand what is Dhamma, what is the reality of the universe, and then they can understand it. So anyway, the wheels of this particular vehicle has wheels of wholesome states, Dhamma. Not even that. We call in Pali, this is an ideal Dhamma vehicle. Ujuko nama somagu. Ujuko means the path of this vehicle, it's straight. Abhaya nama sadhisa, direction, destination is Abhaya, fearless. Rato akujanona. Kujana means rattling. So usually as I told you, rathas, vehicles are rattling, usually give sounds. But this is akujana, no sound. Dhamma chakkehi samyata. It has the wheels are made of Dhamma. And then the sense of shame is its leaning board. Mindfulness, its upholstery. I call the Dhamma the charioteer or the driver, with right wheel running out in front. Hiri tassa apalambu. Hiri is a sense of shame. In other words, we call shame to do bad things. We should be, in normal life, we know that we are very shameful sometimes to do a bad thing. Besides, we could take into consideration of different things. Maybe our family, maybe our inside, maybe the legal court, whatever the thing that matters to you. But we all should have a shame for doing bad things. Then that is something that could stop us in pursuing bad things. So anyway, the leaning board of this vehicle is the sense of shame. Leaning board. The upholstery, right? Upholstery of a vehicle. What is it covered with? And that is mindfulness. Actually, this vehicle has mindfulness as its upholstery. And I call the Dhamma the charioteer. So who is the driver of this vehicle? Is the Dhamma. The Dhamma is the true nature of everything, or in this case, the true nature of Dhamma. So our charioteer of our life should be the true nature of seeing everything, right? But we construct someone called I, me, myself, so that is not Dhamma. That doesn't want to see the reality most of the times. But our charioteer of the life, or this vehicle, should be the Dhamma. Dhamma means true nature. Being able to see the true nature is Dhamma in this case. With right view running out in front. So what is running out in front is right view. Right view is the fundamental place where everyone has to pay attention to. Buddha says right view is the forerunner of everything. Right view means that there are two types of right view. One is secular, one is transcendental. In the secular right view, there are 10 things that we need to pay attention to. Believing in good karma, bad karma, the results, and believing in parents, believing in spontaneous beings. There are spontaneous beings. There are some beings, they are spontaneous. Deities, they don't have parents. Non-humans, mostly they don't have parents, right? We may not see them, but believe in such things. Anyway, there are 10 things. You may sometimes Google if you have time. Spontaneous beings in the Buddhist teachings. So there are so believing in them, and being able to approach monks or monastics or whoever who have a direct who have seen the truth of the life with a direct experience. Now we talk about the Nibbana or the rest of the things with the text, but that person has attained Nibbana or has seen something more than a normal person with a direct experience and being very empirical. So there are 10. So right view is that. So we need to have right view in front in that vehicle, right? We know the direction now. It is fearless. We are now. What Buddha says is that Nibbana is the place where we are completely fearless. In all the other destinations, we are fearful, right? Let's say it could be a big responsible job. It could be something that we really like, but at the end, it is the fear that arises, right? But Nibbana is the place where we completely shut down this fear. Fear is a problem, right? And then sense of shame is the leaning board of this vehicle. Mindfulness is the upholstery, embellishment part of the vehicle, and chariot driver is the Dhamma, and right view is in front, and that is going on. And now Buddha says, Yassa eta adisang yanam itya purisassava save etena yanena nibbana seva santike. One who has such a vehicle, whether a woman or a man, has by means of this vehicle drawn close to Nibbana. Now the word called yana is a very big term in the Pali Mahayana text. Now if you can take a look at the Buddhist history, there are names called Hinayana, Mahayana. They all talk about a vehicle, but Buddha says the vehicle should be this. It's not how you attain Nibbana, it's how you should make up the path in order to attain Nibbana. So that path is a vehicle in this case. This analogy, if you can take a look at, you can see the path of this vehicle. That's the straight way, and the destination is fearless, and chariot is unrattling. The vehicle is unrattling vehicle, and this vehicle has the wheels of Dhamma. The leading board of the vehicle is sense of shame. That means being shameful to do bad things, unwholesome things. Upholstery of the vehicle is mindfulness, and the charioteer driver is the Dhamma, and what is running out in front of the vehicle is right view. So this is an analogy for someone who may have a hard time in understanding the normal Dhamma text. This would be a nice analogy to understand what is it like. What is our path like? What is our vehicle of understanding Dhamma is like, right? And then, because sometimes when people think about mindfulness, they only continue with mindfulness, but mindfulness is just the upholstery. It's not everything. It's not a standalone thing. So it is tied in with other things. Think about it. There are a lot of other things we have to simultaneously practice at the same time. Slowly, gradually, we don't need to rush. Everyone has a different way in approaching good things, and then at the end, maybe Nibbana, if they are so curious. Okay, so any questions?
Well, there's some things that I didn't quite understand about the different aspects of approaching things, like in the grove. Like
In the grove, there were demons and nymphs, deities, female deities.
Nymphs?
Nymphs, yeah.
Nymphs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nymphs as in but the nymphs are not deities, or are they?
In this case, they are.
Okay.
They are.
Alright.
Mm-hmm. Because they all said to have lived in the same grove, and this particular deity had a question: how does one who would like to get out of this place, make that move, right? There's a different deity who is looking into this thing, this whole thing. There are demons, there are nymphs, female deities. So if someone wants to get out of this particular grove, how does that person make that move?
Okay.
And that's what he asked from the Buddha. And Buddha says, okay, make a vehicle like this. Regardless of names or demons, if someone can make a vehicle like this, like as I mentioned, that person can make the move, can go out of this place. So it looks like the place is really, troublesome place, not a good place for someone. That's why he asked the question. Maybe on behalf of someone who wants to get out of the
So
place.
this grove, what would be like an example in our practical life of that situation?
The problem is non-humans are not visible to normal people, right? So then this is something that happened between the Buddha and a deity. Normal people can't see the deities. So in the real life, I would say, yeah, I mean, if someone can notice one's life in any place is stuck with bad people, maybe people that he or she doesn't like, maybe this path with the vehicle can be a stepping stone to make that move. It's not like I'm gonna live in a better way, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so spiritually this is something very philosophical, but in the normal practical life, it could be something like someone is having a hard time in staying in a place where there are a lot of issues, and then if that person is spiritual and if that person is really mindful about nature of behaviors of those people, that person can make a move to get out of that place by using this analogy. Maybe not in the same way, but in different ways, but using the elements that what we just discussed.
Okay.
Mm.
Fine. Thank you.
No problem. Because all the suttas that we've been discussing from last February, there are conversations happen between deities and Buddha. So then sometimes they are a little bit off the normal people's life, but we can find out how they can affect normal life too. But there is definitely a philosophical meaning that we can get a sense of,
Okay.
so that we can
So Buddha had dialogue with deities on
Yeah.
ongoing basis?
ongoing basis, but at different times of the night. But they don't approach the Buddha in the daytime. There's a saying that they approach the Buddha midnight or maybe early morning,
And
something like that.
shortly, what is the deity's role versus the Buddha? Like, what is their purpose?
The purpose is they wanna learn Dhamma, because they also individuals who have not attained Nibbana. The main difference is that normal people, they live in the normal world, but the deities have super comfortable, comfy life. But they know one day they're gonna expire from those places, so they are fearful about their lives and the next lives. And one very important thing is that deities are said to have a lot of comforts. When you have a lot of comforts, it is something that gives rise to a lot of anger. There are a lot of stories where we can see deities were really angry, maybe each other, at different people. They were really jealous at some point. Sometimes some deities expire from their heavens because they are angry.
Okay.
That's pretty nice. When they are so much angry, they can't stay longer there, they're gonna expire. But there are some contradictory stories, teachings too. Like they say each heaven has its own lifespan. So what if someone is too angry and then going to expire. How does that happen? How the karma affects? But anyway, but mostly they are very happy people, but because they have a lot of, in our normal life also, when someone has a lot of comforts, they tend to get upset, frustrated quicker than a normal person, right? Because they have a lot of comforts. So they are like that, but they have this true need in approaching someone like the Buddha and to understand the real truth of the life. So these deities approach the Buddha at a time where normal people don't approach him, and then learn, and then they disappear. This is what happened. Most of the suttas that we've been talking since February, I think for another few more weeks we're going to talk about these conversations that happen between the Buddha and those deities, female deities or male deities. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so if there are no questions, we're going to wrap this up. We're going to share all the good karmas with the departed relatives who passed away in the name of all of us. May all the departed relatives who passed away in the name of all of us share in all these good karmas. May they be happy and peaceful. May they attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Idam me ñātīnaṁ hotu sukhitā hontu ñātayo. Idam me ñātīnaṁ hotu sukhitā hontu ñātayo. Idam me ñātīnaṁ hotu sukhitā hontu ñātayo. Let's share all the good karmas with the deities. We talk about the deities, now we're going to share all the good karmas with the deities as well. May all the good karmas be shared by all the kind deities. May they be happy and peaceful. May they protect and bless all of us for all the good things, good health, long life, and all the other prosperity. May they also attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Ittavata cha amhehi sampataṃ punya sampadaṃ sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ittavata cha amhehi sampataṃ punya sampadaṃ sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ittavata cha amhehi sampataṃ punya sampadaṃ sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Akasattha ca bhummattha devanaga Mahindika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkantu loka sasanang. Akasattha ca bhummattha devanaga Mahindika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkantu desanang. Akasattha ca bhummattha devanaga Mahindika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkantu mang paranti. Finally, let's make a great wish. May all the good karmas we've been collecting so far help all of us to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Abhivadana sirisa niccang vaddhapachayino chattaro dhamma vaddhanti ayuvanno sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevacha ato Nibbana sampatti minate saminjatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Let's bow down 3 times to pay our respect to the Buddha.